Enlightenment, the ultimate destiny of humanity in the Buddhist cosmology introduction across cultures and civilizations. Human beings have ceaselessly asked fundamental questions. What is the ultimate purpose of life? Why do we exist? Is there a final destiny for humanity in the vast universe? For Buddhism, these inquiries converge on one central teaching: enlightenment. Bodhi, far from being a mere psychological state or personal achievement, enlightenment, in the Buddhist cosmological view, is the supreme fulfillment of human potential, the realization of truth, and the harmonization of the human spirit with the cosmos itself. This essay explores the role of enlightenment as the ultimate destiny of humanity within the Buddhist worldview. It examines cosmology and karmic law, the cycles of rebirth, the Mahayana vision of universal liberation, and the interplay between wisdom, prajna, and compassion, karuā. It also situates enlightenment in contrast to secular and religious perspectives, highlighting why Buddhism frames enlightenment not only as a liberation from suffering, but as the final telos of destiny shared by all beings across the cosmic order. 1. The Buddhist cosmological vision. Buddhism does not present a universe created once and for all by an omnipotent deity. Instead, it envisions an infinite, beginningless, and cyclical cosmos, governed by causality, karma, and impermanence, anicca. Within this universe, sentient beings are born, die, and are reborn in countless realms, from the hellish states of torment to the human realm, to heavenly planes of gods and celestial beings. Yet, despite the vastness and variety of existence, one principle holds true. Samsara, the cycle of birth and death, is marked by suffering, dukkha. No matter how refined or pleasurable a realm may seem, impermanence ensures eventual decline and dissatisfaction. Within this cosmology, human existence occupies a unique position. Unlike animals, humans possess moral agency and reflective wisdom. Unlike gods, humans are not so intoxicated by bliss as to forget impermanence. The human condition is therefore the most fertile ground for awakening. Thus, in the Buddhist cosmology, the destiny of humanity is neither endless wandering in samsara, nor clinging to temporary heavens, but the realization of nirvana, the cessation of suffering, the extinguishing of ignorance, and the direct insight into ultimate truth. 2. Enlightenment as the telos of human existence in Buddhism. Bodhi, enlightenment, signifies awakening to the true nature of reality. This is not merely an intellectual understanding, but a profound existential transformation. One sees through the illusions of self, ant-ment, permanence, and inherent existence, realizing instead interdependence, pratityasamutpada, and emptiness. Nayat, this realization liberates beings from clinging, craving, and ignorance, the very roots of suffering. Thus, enlightenment is the culmination of human existence, not because it is reserved for a select few saints, but because it lies as the deepest potential within every human being. Buddhism asserts that all beings possess Buddha nature, the intrinsic capacity to awaken, just as a seed contains within it the potential to become a tree. Each person carries within themselves the potential to become a Buddha. Enlightenment is therefore not foreign to human nature, it is the flowering of human nature itself. In this sense, it is humanity's ultimate destiny, inscribed into the very structure of existence. 3. Enlightenment and the law of karma. The doctrine of karma provides the ethical framework of Buddhist cosmology. Our actions, thoughts, words, and deeds plant seeds that ripen into future experiences. Thus, The universe is not arbitrary, but governed by moral causality. Without enlightenment, beings wander endlessly through samsara, propelled by forces, yet the law of karma is not deterministic. Through ethical conduct, meditation, and wisdom, one can purify karma and eventually transcend it altogether. In this sense, enlightenment is the liberation from the wheel of karma. Human destiny, therefore, is not bound by fate, but shaped by freedom. The ultimate destiny is not dictated by an external deity, but by the awakening of wisdom within each being, which allows them to step beyond karma into the freedom of nirvana. Sif, Mahayana, vision, universal destiny of enlightenment, Tin, the Mahayana tradition. Enlightenment is not only the destiny of individuals, but of all beings. The Bodhisattva ideal expands the scope of human destiny from personal liberation to universal salvation. The Bodhisattva vows, "I will not enter final nirvana until all sentient beings are liberated." Here, enlightenment becomes not merely an escape from suffering, but the cosmic mission of compassion. Humanity's destiny is to recognize its interconnection with all life and to embody the altruistic vow of compassion. Thus, in the Mahayana perspective, the destiny of humanity is not just to know the truth, but to become the truth in service to others, to manifest enlightenment as wisdom and compassion for the benefit of the entire cosmos. 5. Vajrayana perspective, accelerating destiny. The Vajrayana or Tantric tradition emphasizes that enlightenment is not a distant destiny achieved only after countless lifetimes. Rather, through esoteric methods, visualizations, mantras, rituals, and the guru-disciple relationship, one can realize Buddhahood in this very life. From this perspective, human destiny is even more radical. It is not only possible, but urgent, to actualize enlightenment here and now, transforming body, speech, and mind into the enlightened body, speech, and mind of the Buddha. Vajrayana thus presents a vision of human destiny as the swift actualization of the innate Buddha-nature. 6. Enlightenment and the cosmic order within Buddhist cosmology. Enlightenment is not merely a private event, but a cosmic turning point. When a being attains Buddhahood, the entire cosmos reverberates with transformation. The appearance of a Buddha is said to open new paths of liberation for countless beings. In this sense, humanity's destiny is woven into the destiny of the universe itself. The human journey to enlightenment contributes to the cosmic evolution toward awakening. Each enlightened being is like a lamp that dispels the darkness, not only for themselves, but for the world. 7. Enlightenment. Compared to other religious destinies, many theistic traditions, the destiny of humanity is framed as union with God, eternal life in heaven, or divine judgment. Buddhism diverges by denying a permanent soul or eternal creator. Instead, the Buddhist destiny is the realization of emptiness, interdependence, and non-duality, whereas theistic models often emphasize eternal reward. Buddhism emphasizes the cessation of delusion and the direct insight into reality. Yet, there are resonances: Buddhist, nirvana, and theistic union. Both express the ultimate transcendence of suffering and alienation. However, in Buddhism, enlightenment is not bestowed by grace, but cultivated through wisdom and practice. 8. Practical pathways to destiny. The Buddhist path outlines concrete methods for actualizing enlightenment: ethical conduct, ula, purifying behavior to create the conditions for inner clarity; meditation, samadhi, cultivating concentration and insight; wisdom, proji, directly realizing emptiness and dependent origination, compassion, karu, acting selflessly for the benefit of others, parametas, perfections, the 6 or 10 perfections as guides for the bodhisattva path. These pathways ensure that enlightenment is not an abstract ideal but a practical destiny, reachable through sustained cultivation. 9. Enlightenment in the digital age, a modern destiny in today's interconnected digital world. The Buddhist vision of enlightenment resonates in new ways. As humanity faces global crisis, environmental collapse, inequality, technological disruption, the Buddhist teaching that all beings are interdependent becomes more urgent than in this age. Enlightenment as humanity's destiny can mean cultivating collective awareness, developing digital ethics rooted in compassion, and using technology as a tool for spreading wisdom rather than delusion. The Buddhist vision of enlightenment offers a counterbalance to the alienation of modern life, pointing toward a destiny of integrated, compassionate, and awakened humanity. 10. Conclusion. Enlightenment as humanity's final home. The Buddhist cosmology situates human existence within a vast, beginningless universe. Amid this endless cycle, one truth stands clear. The destiny of humanity is not endless wandering in samsara, but the realization of enlightenment. Enlightenment is the ultimate fulfillment of human potential, the cessation of suffering, and the flowering of wisdom and compassion. Unlike theistic visions of destiny imposed by divine will, the Buddhist path locates destiny within. Every being already possesses Buddha nature. Enlightenment is thus both the origin and the end, the seed and the fruit of existence. In this view, enlightenment is not merely a goal among others, it is the supreme destiny of humanity, the final home of the wandering mind, and the radiant horizon toward which the universe itself is moving.